As we get older, the food we choose starts to matter more than it ever did before, not just for taste or habit, but for how we feel every day, our energy, our heart, our digestion, and our strength. And one food group that continues to confuse even the most health-conscious seniors is nuts. We've all heard they're good for us, full of nutrients, great for the brain, helpful for the heart, but what many don't realize is that not all nuts work the same way in the aging body. Some can quietly cause problems, raising blood sugar, upsetting your stomach, even interfering with certain medications. But the good news is, there are others that truly help. Certain nuts carry exactly what your body needs after 60 healthy fats, antioxidants, fiber, and compounds that support your heart, brain, and immune system. No harsh diets, no need to give up comfort. Just better choices made with care. That's what this video is about. So let's walk through it together. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 4 types of nuts the elderly should avoid. 1. Salted roasted cashews. For many older adults, reaching for a handful of salted roasted cashews feels like a smart swap, something crunchy, satisfying, and still healthier than chips or cookies. They're familiar, easy to store, and taste rich and buttery, the kind of snack that feels comforting in both texture and memory. But here's where things quietly turn. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to things we once tolerated without issue, particularly sodium, added fats, and processing methods. And unfortunately, salted roasted cashews are a prime example of something that looks harmless on the surface but carries a hidden cost for seniors. Just one small handful of these golden nuts can contain over 200 milligrams of sodium and more than 12 grams of fat. For younger bodies, that might not raise an eyebrow. But for seniors, especially those managing high blood pressure, kidney strain, or heart conditions, that's a serious load. That kind of salt and fat intake may not cause symptoms right away, but over time, it contributes to swelling, fluid retention, increased pressure on the arteries, and makes medications less effective. You may notice your rings feel tighter, your legs more swollen in the evening, or your blood pressure creeping up despite doing everything else right. Then there's the issue of how these nuts are prepared. Roasting at high temperatures strips away delicate enzymes that naturally occur in raw cashews. Enzymes that support digestion and nutrient absorption. Without them, these nuts become harder to break down, especially for seniors who may already be dealing with acid reflux, slower metabolism, or gut sensitivity. That discomfort after snacking, the bloating, the sluggish digestion, it's not your imagination. It's your body struggling to process something it once handled with ease. And what many seniors don't realize is that the added oils used in roasting, typically cheap vegetable oils rich in omega-6 fats, quietly inflame the body from within. These fats aren't bad in small amounts, but when omega-6s outnumber anti-inflammatory omega-3s, as they often do in modern diets, they create the perfect storm for chronic inflammation. For aging bodies, this spells trouble. Worsened arthritis, brain fog, cardiovascular strain, and more. It's the kind of low-level fire that burns slowly, but touches everything: your joints, your energy, even your memory. There's also a trap in perception. Because cashews come from a tree, not a bag of cookies, they wear a halo of health that's not always deserved. Many seniors, trying to eat better, unknowingly, swap one problem for another: sugar for salt, empty carbs for inflammatory fats. And without realizing it, they slowly trade short-term satisfaction for long-term strain. This isn't about giving up flavor or pleasure. It's about choosing snacks that truly support your goals. Snacks that give your heart a break, your digestion a hand, and your brain the nutrients it needs to stay sharp and strong. So if salted roasted cashews aren't the answer, what is? What nut delivers richness without regret and offers real support for the aging heart and mind? Let's turn now to one of the most underrated superfoods in the senior diet, a humble nut with powerful benefits. 2. Peanuts. Peanuts have been a staple in American homes for generations. Whether tucked into a lunchbox, served by the handful at a ball game, or spread on toast as peanut butter, they offer a kind of comfort that's hard to replace. They're affordable, familiar, and carry a nostalgic warmth. For many seniors, peanuts feel like a safe choice, a reliable source of protein and energy. But as we grow older, the truth becomes more complex, and for aging bodies, peanuts may quietly bring more harm than good. First, it's important to understand what peanuts really are. They're not true nuts at all, but legumes, which means they grow underground, not on trees like almonds or walnuts. This growing condition makes them particularly vulnerable to a mold called aflatoxin, a toxic compound that can develop in warm, humid environments. Aflatoxin is known to affect liver function, and while the levels in commercially sold peanuts are regulated, seniors with a weakened ability to detoxify, especially those managing liver issues or on multiple medications, may be more sensitive than they realize. Even small exposures over time can contribute to stress on the body's filtration systems. And it's not just the risk of contamination. Peanuts are also one of the top food allergens in the country, and even in those who don't have severe allergies, they can still spark mild immune responses. A little bloating after eating, some joint stiffness, a foggy head the next morning. These aren't always blamed on peanuts, but they often trace back to chronic, low-grade inflammation. In seniors, inflammation isn't just a nuisance. It's a driver of arthritis, heart issues, memory problems, and even insulin resistance. Adding more fuel to that fire, even unintentionally, can slowly chip away at the vitality many older adults work hard to maintain. Peanut butter is another area where many seniors are caught off guard. While some natural versions are made with just peanuts and perhaps a touch of salt, most store-bought varieties are packed with added sugar, hydrogenated oils, and preservatives. What starts as a simple sandwich or snack can quietly become a source of unhealthy fats and unnecessary calories. For those trying to keep cholesterol in check or reduce inflammation, that daily spoonful might be doing more damage than good. Peanuts are also incredibly easy to overeat. A few handfuls here and there may not seem like much, but the calorie count adds up quickly. And for older adults managing their weight, blood sugar, or cardiovascular health, these small choices matter. The body no longer processes excess fats and sugars with the same ease it once did, and what used to feel like a harmless habit may now be tipping the scale in the wrong direction. To be clear, not every senior needs to eliminate peanuts entirely. But for those dealing with inflammation, liver stress, or sluggish digestion, it might be worth reevaluating how often they show up on the plate. And sometimes the issue isn't what's added to the nut like salt, sugar, or oil, but what's inside it naturally. Because there are some nuts that, even with the best intentions, can be a little too much of a good thing. Let's take a closer look at one that fits that description perfectly. 3. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts carry a certain reputation, creamy, rich, and brimming with a mineral we often hear is essential for aging well: selenium. For older adults focused on boosting their immune system or supporting thyroid health, it can feel like the perfect snack. After all, selenium plays a role in everything from cellular repair to inflammation control. But here's where the balance becomes tricky. Brazil nuts are one of the most concentrated sources of selenium on the planet. That means even just 1 or 2 nuts can deliver your entire daily requirement, and often far more. In younger years, the body is typically better at managing occasional excess. But as we age, that efficiency fades. The kidneys and liver, which help regulate mineral levels, slow down. The body's buffering systems aren't as sharp. So when you start taking in more selenium than your system can handle, it quietly builds, not in a dramatic way. There's usually no sudden reaction, but over time, signs begin to appear. You might feel more tired. You may notice your nails turning brittle or your hair thinning. Some describe a strange brain fog that lingers. Others begin to experience muscle weakness or a fluttering in their chest that wasn't there before. These aren't always blamed on Brazil nuts, but they often overlap with selenium toxicity, which is especially risky for seniors managing thyroid disease or cardiovascular issues. And the challenge is, Brazil nuts are easy to love. They're large, satisfying, and have that soft texture that feels filling after just a few bites. But the very things that make them appealing also make it easy to overdo. It's not uncommon for someone to eat a small handful, 4 or 5 nuts without thinking twice. But that's already 3 to 5 times the recommended selenium dose in one sitting. Do that a few times a week, and you may find yourself dealing with symptoms that seem like aging, but are actually preventable. There's also the digestive piece. Brazil nuts are dense and oily. For someone with a slower metabolism or sensitive digestion, that richness can sit heavy, leading to discomfort, bloating, or a sluggish gut. And while the selenium gets most of the attention, there's another concern that's been quietly building in medical circles: the link between long-term high selenium intake and type 2 diabetes. Seniors are already at elevated risk for blood sugar imbalances, and adding too much of a single mineral, even one that sounds helpful, can tip that balance in the wrong direction. So yes, Brazil nuts do offer genuine benefits when used sparingly, but for many older adults, especially those juggling other health concerns, the wisest move may be to skip them altogether. It's a reminder that more isn't always better, especially when what seems like a health food becomes something your body can't process gently anymore. And while Brazil nuts bring their risks through natural overload, the next nut on our list brings an entirely different problem. It's not about the nutrients at all, it's about the coating, because sometimes it's not the nut inside, but what's wrapped around it that quietly chips away at your health. Let's take a closer look. 4. Candied or chocolate-coated nuts. Candied and chocolate-coated nuts often arrive with a smile. They look beautiful, neatly packed in small jars or shiny bags, sold at local markets or grocery stores with words like artisan, natural, or guilt-free. For many older adults, they feel like a gentler alternative to cake or cookies. A little sweetness wrapped around something healthy. A few chocolate almonds in the afternoon, or honey-glazed pecans after dinner. It seems harmless enough. But for seniors trying to protect their energy, memory, and mobility, these sugar-coated snacks can quietly work against everything you're doing to stay well. The trouble starts with the sugar. These coated nuts often contain more than just a sprinkle. Whether glazed in brittle, soaked in syrup, or dusted with sweeteners, they send your blood sugar on a steep rise, followed by a sharp crash. For someone managing diabetes or pre-diabetes, that rise and fall can be exhausting. But even if blood sugar numbers still seem normal, these daily spikes chip away at energy and brain clarity and can even disrupt sleep. Over time, they also fuel inflammation, something nearly every senior is already battling, whether it shows up as joint pain, brain fog, or slowed recovery from simple aches and illnesses. And that's not all. These nuts are often roasted in cheap oils that further inflame the body. Many include preservatives, artificial flavors, or chemical additives that are harder for aging digestive systems to tolerate. That full, bloated feeling after snacking, the gurgling stomach, the sense of heaviness that makes you skip your walk or your evening routine is often a signal that your body is struggling to process more than just sugar. It reflects the toll of low-quality ingredients combined with a nutrient profile stripped of what once made the nut valuable. There's also a common psychological trap. Because the core of these snacks is technically a nut like an almond, a walnut, or a cashew, they carry the appearance of being a healthier option. That perception can easily mislead. It causes many seniors to consume them more freely, believing they're making a wholesome choice. But in reality, the line between whole food and dessert becomes blurred, leading to unintentional overeating. The end result is often an increase in empty calories, gradual weight gain, and inflammation that quietly spreads throughout the body, affecting everything from blood vessels to cognitive health. Of course, enjoying a sweet treat now and then, especially during holidays or special occasions, is part of life. But when candied or chocolate-coated nuts become a regular habit, especially disguised as something good for you, they begin to take a toll. The problem isn't just the extra sugar or fat, it's the slow, subtle way these foods derail progress. And for older adults, every bite matters more. What used to be harmless in your 40s can now quietly chip away at the energy and stability you've worked so hard to protect. But here's the hopeful shift. While some nuts, like these, do more harm than good, others are truly beneficial, helping to strengthen memory, protect your heart, and give your body clean, lasting energy. Let's turn now to the first of those age-defying nuts, a powerful ally that may soon become your favorite everyday addition. 4 types of nuts that help the elderly live healthier. 1. Walnuts. Walnuts have a quiet kind of presence. Their familiar, crinkled shell, shaped almost like a brain, carries with it generations of tradition, a bowl on the table during the holidays, a sprinkle on morning oatmeal, a handful before a walk. But beyond the comfort of memory, walnuts offer something far deeper. Powerful support for the aging body and mind. For seniors looking to stay sharp, steady, and strong, walnuts are more than just a nostalgic snack. They're one of nature's most thoughtfully designed tools for health. Unlike most nuts, walnuts are especially rich in plant-based omega-3s, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. These healthy fats are critical as we age. They reduce inflammation throughout the body, protect the heart, support flexible blood vessels, and nourish the brain. For older adults, these benefits are not abstract. They are felt in clearer thoughts, steadier moods, and even less stiffness in the joints. Studies have found that regular walnut consumption can slow cognitive decline, improve memory, and reduce the risk of developing serious brain disorders like Alzheimer's disease. These aren't just numbers on a chart. This is about being able to remember names, follow conversations, and stay connected to the world around you. And the heart benefits are just as compelling. Walnuts help lower LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, while encouraging healthier, more elastic arteries. For seniors trying to protect against strokes, high blood pressure, or heart attacks, these small improvements matter in a big way. A handful of walnuts doesn't just satisfy hunger, it helps fuel the very systems that keep you moving, thinking, and living with independence. They're also gentle on the body. The soft, buttery texture of walnuts is easier on sensitive teeth and aging gums compared to tougher nuts like almonds. And inside each bite, you'll find essential minerals like magnesium, copper, and manganese nutrients that support bone health, energy production, and immune defense. For seniors facing fatigue or slow healing, these minerals play a quiet but critical role. What makes walnuts even more special is how easily they can fit into everyday meals. They don't require much effort. You can toss them into a smoothie, scatter them over warm vegetables, stir them into yogurt, or just enjoy a few on their own in the afternoon. They carry a natural richness that satisfies without overwhelming. No sugar, no coatings, no tricks, just a simple whole food that works with your body instead of against it. And while walnuts may be a champion for brain and heart health, there's another nut that deserves its own spotlight. One that brings strength to your skin, calm to your digestion, and deep nourishment to your cells. It's golden, it's soothing, and it holds a secret that's especially valuable in our later years. Let's take a closer look. 2. Almonds. Almonds have long been a quiet presence in the kitchen. You'll find them in trail mixes, tucked into jars on pantry shelves, or offered in bowls at gatherings. Familiar, reliable, and always close at hand. But for older adults who are looking not just to add years to their life, but to bring strength, clarity, and resilience into those years, almonds are far from ordinary. They're one of the most complete and supportive foods nature offers, a true companion to the aging body. At the heart of their benefit is vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that plays a critical role as we grow older. Over time, the body becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress, the slow breakdown of cells that leads to wrinkles, age spots, joint stiffness, and memory loss. Almonds step in where it matters most, protecting the skin, the brain, and even the connective tissue beneath. For many seniors, making almonds part of a daily routine brings subtle, lasting changes, smoother skin, healthier nails, and a clearer sense of focus and alertness. But their value runs deeper than appearances. Almonds are rich in minerals like magnesium and calcium, which are essential for bone strength and proper muscle function, two areas that become more vulnerable after 65. As bone density decreases and fall risk increases, the body needs consistent support, and almonds provide it in a gentle, accessible way. They don't act like a supplement or a medication. They work in harmony with the body's natural rhythms, offering just what's needed without overwhelming the system. They also have a quiet strength when it comes to managing blood sugar. Because they're high in healthy fats and fiber, almonds help stabilize blood glucose levels, especially when eaten between meals. For older adults navigating diabetes or pre-diabetes, this stability can make a big difference. Fewer energy crashes, less hunger, and better long-term control. And unlike many processed snacks, almonds don't rely on sugar or chemicals to satisfy. They offer real nourishment, the kind that fills you up without weighing you down. There's also something deeply comforting in the simplicity of almonds. Especially when soaked overnight, they become softer, easier on the teeth, and gentler on the digestive system. A handful in the morning, stirred into oatmeal or eaten on their own, brings calm to the stomach and steadiness to the day. In a world full of complicated diets and quick fixes, almonds offer something refreshingly steady, a small, wholesome act of care that builds strength with each passing day. Aging well isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about choosing wisely, choosing consistently, and listening to what the body truly needs. Almonds are a reflection of that wisdom, unassuming, steady, and full of quiet strength. And while almonds nourish and protect, the next nut on our list offers something even more dynamic. It's small, often overlooked, but inside its tiny frame lies the power to reset digestion, balance hormones, and revitalize the body from within. Let's take a closer look at this humble, yet mighty seed. 3. Flax seeds. Flax seeds don't draw much attention. They don't come in fancy boxes or bold colors. You won't find them featured in commercials or sitting center stage at the supermarket. They're easy to miss, tucked away in a quiet corner of the store. But for seniors looking to age with ease, strength, and stability, these tiny seeds may hold more value than any supplement or superfood blend on the shelf. Modest in size, yes, but rich in healing potential where the aging body needs it most. Flax seeds are one of the most concentrated plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. This type of omega-3 is known for calming inflammation, easing tension in the arteries, and protecting the heart from further strain. For older adults dealing with joint stiffness, high cholesterol, or a cardiovascular system that's weathered years of stress, this is more than helpful. It's protective. Clinical studies have shown that daily flaxseed intake can help lower blood pressure, soften blood vessel walls, and reduce overall risk of heart disease, still the #1 concern for many seniors across the country. But flax seeds don't stop at the heart. They are rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which work hand in hand to regulate digestion and stabilize blood sugar. Many older adults struggle with constipation or irregularity, often turning to medications or fiber powders to find relief. Flax seeds offer a gentler solution. A single spoonful added to your daily routine can ease discomfort, reduce the need for over-the-counter aids, and bring back the regular rhythm that helps you feel balanced from the inside out. What's more, flax seeds are full of lignans, natural plant compounds that help maintain hormonal balance. This is especially important for postmenopausal women, but beneficial for all older adults. These lignans also act as antioxidants, supporting cellular health and showing promise in reducing the risk of certain cancers. It's one of those rare cases where a simple food can work quietly across multiple systems, from your gut to your hormones to your cells, restoring balance and resilience as it goes. To fully unlock their benefits, flax seeds must be ground before eating. Whole seeds are often too tough for the body to digest fully and can pass through without offering much support. Ground flax, on the other hand, blends easily into oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, or soups. It's not about changing your entire diet, it's about weaving in small habits that make a big impact over time. Flax seeds remind us that healing doesn't have to come in large doses or dramatic changes. Sometimes, it's the smallest things that bring the greatest relief. And while these seeds work behind the scenes to ease digestion and strengthen the heart, the next nut on our journey brings its own kind of vitality, a burst of energy, focus, and movement that seniors can feel with every bite. Let's turn to this vibrant, underappreciated gem next. 4. Pistachios. There's a quiet pleasure in eating pistachios. The gentle pop of the shell, the soft green color inside, and the smooth, buttery bite that somehow feels both light and deeply satisfying. For older adults, pistachios offer more than just flavor. They bring together nourishment and joy in a way that supports the body where it needs it most. Small, vibrant, and packed with nutrients, these little nuts deliver real strength in every handful. What makes pistachios stand out is their natural balance of plant-based protein, fiber, and antioxidants, a trio that becomes increasingly important with age. For seniors working to maintain muscle, improve digestion, or support steady energy, pistachios offer exactly that. Just 1 ounce provides around 6 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber, helping preserve lean muscle while gently supporting gut health and appetite control. These benefits aren't just physical. They play a role in keeping you mobile, independent, and active, a quiet strength you can carry through the day. Pistachios also shine when it comes to key nutrients many older adults are missing. They're a good source of potassium, which supports healthy blood pressure and heart rhythm, and vitamin B6, which plays a role in immune strength, mood stability, and mental clarity. Together, these nutrients help support balance in the body, in the brain, and in everyday life. Another quiet gift pistachios bring is protection for the eyes. They're among the few nuts that contain lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants that help shield aging eyes from conditions like cataracts and macular degeneration. For seniors hoping to preserve their vision and independence, this kind of support is worth paying attention to. What's more, pistachios are low in sugar, easy to digest, and even encourage slower, more mindful eating. Because each one takes a moment to open, you naturally eat more slowly, giving your body time to register fullness, something that becomes more important with age. Pistachios remind us that eating well doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. It can be joyful, calm, and nourishing all at once. And now that we've uncovered which nuts best support graceful aging, it's time to explore how to bring them into your day in simple, delicious ways that truly make a difference. Getting older isn't just about the passing of time, it's about living with more clarity, more care, and more intention. The foods we choose now matter more than ever. They don't just fill our stomachs. They shape our energy, our mood, our strength, and how we move through the day. And sometimes, the smallest things like the nuts we snack on can quietly make all the difference. We've explored how certain nuts, though familiar and comforting, can quietly work against us. The salt-packed cashews, the inflammation tied to peanuts, the hidden overload in Brazil nuts, and the sugar-covered coatings that disguise dessert as health. These choices, while small, can slowly take a toll, but aging well isn't about cutting everything out. It's about choosing wisely and letting those choices reflect the care we want to give ourselves each day. That's where the right nuts come in. Walnuts that protect the heart and support the brain, almonds that keep our skin resilient and our bones strong, flax seeds that restore digestion and hormonal balance, pistachios that lift our energy and support steady movement. Each one is more than a food, it's a quiet, steady form of support. These aren't just healthy habits, they're daily reminders that we still have power, that we can choose to nourish our bodies with intention. That one small choice, made consistently, can ripple outward into better mobility, better sleep, better peace of mind. Whether you're just beginning to explore these changes or you've been on this path for years, let this be a gentle encouragement. It's never too late. Each better bite is a quiet act of strength. And sometimes, it all begins with something as small and as meaningful as the nut you reach for next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.